Hey, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing our series all about tax write-offs, and today we are diving into client gifts and costs of goods. So let's jump in. Hi, I'm Heather, a wedding and senior photographer based in Pennsylvania, and on this channel, I love to help other photographers manage and understand their taxes as a small business owner, streamline their systems so that they can spend more time with family and friends, and I love to just show a little bit of sneak peek into my life here and there. Now, before we jump into the next two categories when it comes to tax write-offs and your expenses in your business, I do want to remind you that down in the description, you can grab the freebie that walks you through all of these categories that we're talking about so that you can follow along each week as we dive into them, add notes for different things that you want to remember, and then reference back to this guide as you're working through and categorizing your expenses throughout the year. So make sure you go and grab that. Also, we're kind of right in the middle of our series, so if you've missed any of the previous videos, go ahead and head to the channel and make sure you catch up and watch all of them so that you learn all the tricks and nuances about each of the categories and what can be used as a deduction towards your taxes. So today, let's dive into client gifts first. So there is a max amount of money that you can deduct for expenses that fall under the client gifts category. And that is that you can only deduct $25 per person per year for any business expenses towards a client gift. So if you buy, let's say, 3 gifts for one client and it comes out to $45, you can only deduct $25 of that. But let's say you give a $25 gift to 3 different clients, then you can deduct that entire amount of $25 because it falls underneath that max line of the $25. So it's not just per gift that you send them, it's per person that you send it to within a year. So make sure you're keeping track of that. Now, there is one little caveat that you can use as a workaround to potentially deduct more of those expenses, and that would be if in that client gift there is something that markets your business, such as your logo on the box or on one of the gifts that you provide them, then that can potentially fall under the marketing category, and that allows you to put those expenses under marketing category, some of the expenses under client gift, and allows you to get a little bit more of a tax break on those expenses. But make sure you're discussing with your accountant on what can be considered marketing versus what needs to fall under that client gift category so that you're correctly categorizing those expenses. All right, now on to the second category we're going to be talking about today, which is costs of goods, or commonly written as COGS. And as photographers, this is most commonly things like your albums or your prints, because it is expenses that have anything to do with getting a physical product into the hands of your clients. So that could be things like the supplies you need to create the product, or the labor required to make the product, or the shipping to send the product off to your client. Really, it's anything or any cost that has to do with producing a good that you then sell to your clients. So, like I mentioned, the most common ones for photographers are albums that you might sell to wedding clients or seniors, or it might be prints that you offer for them to print their images and have them physically in their home. So any types of those products that you sell and offer in your business will fall under the cost of goods category. Now, if you don't sell any physical products or offer anything to your clients that are similar to this, then you'll most likely not have any expenses that fall under this category, which is totally fine. But if you do, anything that is directly related to you getting the goods into your client's hands will fall under this category. If you have any questions about that or even about the client gifts, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Also, if you just have a general tax question, feel free to drop them down there too, because you may see the answer pop up on one of my upcoming YouTube videos, and I'll be sure to answer you in the comments as well. Now, if you haven't watched the rest of the videos, like I mentioned previously, go ahead and go back and watch them now. Also, subscribe to this channel so that you can be the first to know when a new video comes out as we continue on this series. And like always, you may reach out if you have any questions, and I seriously can't wait to see you in the next one. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a good one.